Good day. Good day, good day, good day. So we're live. We are live both on Instagram and on YouTube. So just in case you see me, yeah, I'm so happy to be doing this with you. So today we're going to be talking about building and maintaining healthy relationships. Building and maintaining healthy relationships. So you should be here. So invite your friends, invite your best friend or your spouse or your children, because this is going to be a conversation for all people, for all populations. So please invite your friends. Just gonna wait for about 2 minutes, and then we start. Hello, 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 hello. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome to another Instagram live session with the Encourager. My name is Josephine Omoniyi. I am the Encourager, a clinical psychologist and a life purpose coach. So every month I come up once in a while, or every month I come up to talk about issues that relate to us as human beings, as young people. And this month we are talking about building and maintaining healthy relationships. So it's not just about building relationships, we're talking about building and maintaining healthy relationships. So this is a conversation you do not want to miss. All right, so it's 3 minutes past 8, and we are going to start. Hello, Benny. Hello, Tahira's Notions. You are all welcome, and hello to people on YouTube. So we're going to be answering a few questions that I have written down here. What is a relationship? What is a healthy relationship? Do we really need relationships? How do we build these healthy relationships that I'm talking about? Then another question we're going to answer is, how do I even know if I'm in a healthy relationship? How do I know if this relationship I'm in is healthy or unhealthy? A question I usually get is, oh, encourager, I'm terrible at making friends. I don't make friends easily. People don't stay with me. What can I do? We're also going to answer that in this live session. And then the final question we'll be answering is, how do I maintain a healthy relationship? How do I maintain a healthy relationship? So, if you know you want to benefit from this, please invite someone. Okay, so let's just talk about, I'm all for definitions, because if we're talking about what is a relationship, or how do we build a relationship, it's important we know what a relationship is, first of all. So a relationship, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, I don't know, I like that dictionary. It's the way it defines relationship as the way in which two or more people feel and behave towards each other. The way in which two or more people feel and behave towards each other. So this is a very broad and understandable definition by the Cambridge Dictionary, right? And then another definition is, so just off the internet, says two or more people being connected. So when two or more people are connected, that is a relationship. So two definitions we said, when two or more people are connected, and then Cambridge said when it's the way a relationship is the way two or more people feel and behave towards each other. So now, the encourager, I will define a relationship as the way two or more people think, feel, and behave towards each other. So I have added our thinking, our thoughts about the way we relate with people, because that's also a part of relationship. So if you're saying, "Oh, I don't like the way this person, talks to me," that's your thoughts. So that also shows the way you relate with that person, and that would also influence what you do concerning your relationship with that person. Oh yes, my amazing colleague is here, Malik, and very soon I will be bringing him up. So Malik, please do not um, go anywhere. So we've talked about the definition of relationships, and then we've seen that, like I said, is the way, my definition, the way we think, towards the people we're connected with, the way we feel, and then the way we behave towards these people. So, very important, the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we behave. All right. So, what is a healthy relationship? How do we identify a healthy relationship? How do we know? Oh, encourager, am I in a healthy relationship? Is my relationship healthy or not? So, things to look out for: one, is there honesty? Is there honesty in your relationship, either between yourself or the people involved? Ask yourself that question. Is there honesty in your relationship? Is there honesty? Is there trust? Can you trust the people that you say, oh, I'm in a relationship with? Oh, I'm in a relationship with my mom. I'm in a relationship with my supervisor. I'm in a relationship with my colleagues at work. So, to be able to identify a healthy relationship, there must be trust to a certain degree. There must be respect on both ends, or depending on the number of people involved. There must be respect. So you are respecting the people involved in your relationship, and the people involved also respect you. Very, very important. All right. So there's honesty in a healthy relationship, there is trust, there is respect, there is open communication. There are no assumptions, there are no, this is how I think he's going to do this, I think she's going to do that. No, there is open communication, there's understanding on both ends. Another thing to look out for, if you're asking me, the encourager, if my relationship or your relationship is healthy, pardon me, is, are you growing? Are you growing in that relationship, be it employer or employee relationship? Let's take it for example. You're working in an organization, and the relationship between your employer and yourself, that is a relationship, because remember, it is the way two or more people are connected. So you're connected and you're working for your company is also working for you. Apart from paying of salaries, there are other things that you benefit from your company, I hope. So you need to ask yourself, am I growing in this relationship between my employer and myself? Am I growing? Am I improving? Very important. Am I growing in, let's say, my career, or is it a business you are? And you, let's say, you have a business coach. Are you growing in that relationship between your coach and yourself? Or is it a relationship between your partner and yourself? Are you growing? Very important. So these are criteria or things to look out for, different criteria to look out for if you're thinking or asking yourself, is my relationship healthy? So you're welcome once again. My name is Osomo Ken Josephine Omoniyi. We're reporting live on Instagram and on YouTube, and we are talking about building and maintaining healthy relationships. Building and maintaining healthy relationships. We've talked about how the definition by the Cambridge Dictionary says when two or more people are connected, and the way in which two or more people feel and behave towards each other. And then the encourager says her definition or my definition is the way two or more people think, feel, and behave towards each other. Very, very important. So if you're not joining, you're welcome. Please invite someone. It's going to be very, very interactive. And I would like to hear from us as well. All right. So, yay. Hello, my sister, my big sis is here. So let's talk about, are relationships even healthy? Are relationships even necessary? Pardon me. Are relationships necessary? Are relationships necessary? Are relationships necessary? Are relationships necessary? You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Please, if you're on YouTube, let me know if you think relationships are healthy. Hello, Edo Queen. On Instagram, my Instagram fam. If you think relationships are healthy, let me know in the comments. In the comment section. What do you think? Are relationships healthy? Are relationships healthy? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Do you think relationships are healthy? I want to hear from us. I want to hear from us. Do we think relationships are healthy? Do we think relationships are healthy? Hello, Sayaba, you're welcome. You are welcome. My YouTube fam, a lot is happening on Instagram, so don't fall my hand. Do you think relationships are healthy? Okay, Rebecca says yes, they are healthy. Okay, so Jumoke wants to be in my life. Was this a mistake or you want, should I add you? Just let me know if you want me to add if it was. Okay. Okay, so you've turned that down. Okay, so Rebecca, why do you think relationships are healthy? Why? Why? Sorry. Why do you think relationships are necessary? The question is, are relationships necessary? Are relationships necessary? Are relationships? Hey, Dr. Easy. Hi, hi, hi. This is our money doctor. So just in case you have financial concerns, please reach out to her, Amanda Easy. She's your go-to um, money doctor. So, sorry, the question. Okay, that was a mistake. Thank you, Jumoke. Healthy relations are healthy. Sorry, my question is: are relationships necessary or are relationships important? Rebecca says yes, they are important. So I was asking her why she said they are important. Why do you think relationships are necessary? Yes, pardon me. I said our healthy relationships healthy. That was a mistake. Hey, my YouTube fam, what do you think? Are relationships healthy? Okay. Are relationships necessary? I think because the topic is healthy relationships, and that's what I've been focusing on. That's why I'm just repeating the word healthy. Pardon me. Okay. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. We can walk life. Okay, so I'm thinking Rebecca says we can't walk life alone. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm just going to continue from there. So if you're just joining, you're welcome both on YouTube and on Instagram. My name is Osomoke. Josephine Omoni. I am the encourager. I talk about things relating to our mental health, our wellness, purpose, and self discovery. And today we're talking about building and maintaining healthy relationships. So, yes, my Instagram fam, they're saying relationships are necessary, relationships are important. And I agree to an extent. Relationships are necessary. All right. Hi, Bishop Richie. You are all welcome. So, to an extent, so it's a yes and no for me. And I'm going to explain. There are certain relationships that are that are necessary. Remember, we said relationships, can be defined as, the way two or more people are connected and the way they feel and behave towards each other. Exactly. Thank you, Malik. Malik, we cannot do without relationships. So, why I said no is because not all relationships are necessary. So, it's important that we know there are certain relationships that are important. Yes, there are certain connections that are good. Some people here, I know them, I've been blessed by them, and I'm very sure to be blessed by me. So, they are important relationships. Yes. And then, but there are some relationships that are not good for us. So you need to be able to ask yourself every point in your life, is this relationship necessary for me at this point? Okay, let that sink in. So I'm going to read a quote by Ibuku Woshika. So she just posted the live series. I love her, Mrs. Ibuku. Whew, I love her, one of my mentors. She says, audit your friends, know why they are in your life, know what they represent, so that when you run into a situation, you know who you need. You need a tribe for where you are. So I'm going to say that again by Mrs. Ibuku Awoshika. Audit your friends, like take, just do some calculations, do I need this, do I need that? Scan through your friends list or your relationship list. Know why these people are in your life. Know what they represent. Is this person important, or this person is just by the side, or this person is my go-to person? Know what they represent so that when you run into a situation, you know who you need. You need a tribe for where you are. So that's why I said yes, relationships are necessary, but not all relationships are necessary. So it depends on the type of relationships. So I'm very sure we answered yes because we're talking about the positive relationships. There's some people that would reach out to me and then I'll know, okay, so this person is, I don't see any growth here. So that relationship to me at that time is not necessary. Remember, we talked earlier that some of the things to look out for if you're talking about a healthy relationship is what? Honesty, growth, improvement, open communication, trust, respect. So if I have audited my list and then I see, oh, these things are absent, then I think I need to drop that relationship. So as I'm speaking, I want you to do a mental audit to the people you call your friends, to the people you call your relations, because everybody won't be your friend, to be honest, to the people you call your relations and see, is this person or is this relationship necessary at this time? My YouTube fam, I'm asking you, is this relationship audit? Just do a mental audit right now and ask yourself, is this relationship really necessary? Is this relationship really, really necessary? So you're all welcome, you're all welcome, you're all welcome once again. We're talking about building and maintaining, excuse me, healthy relationships. Building and maintaining healthy relationships. So far we talked about the definition of relationships, we talked about how to know if you're in a healthy relationship, and then are relationships necessary or not. Now, when I was in secondary school, I remember this biology terminology. Then we're doing relationships, and there was the symbiotic relationship, there was the parasitic relationship. Those are the only two I know off my head. All right. Do we have any biology people or any science um, person here that understands what I'm saying? Symbiotic relationship and parasitic relationship. Then they were talking about it with animals, I think, or insects, something like that. Do we remember? Let me check my YouTube fam. Okay. Do we remember parasitic relationships, symbiotic? Where are my science students or my science people? Where are my science? So, symbiotic relationships and parasitic relationships. Anyone? Okay, so let's just move on. So, what I remember is that in a symbiotic relationship, both parties benefit from that relationship. In a symbiotic relationship, both parties benefit. While in a parasitic relationship, just one party benefits and then the other party is harmed. So, a symbiotic relationship could be, for example, two best friends who are in the same organization, for example, and then they are encouraging themselves, they're working together. Oh, have you done this task? Have you done that? Or they're in the same industry. So let's say two tech sisters or two tech brothers, they're in the same tech industry, so they're checking up on each other. So that's a good relationship. That's a symbiotic relationship. However, what I remember then when, in biology, when we're talking about parasitic relationships, was when there's one party benefiting, let's say a rat, and then a smaller and a cockroach, for example. A rat and a cockroach. So the rat is benefiting because he can eat or feed on the cockroach, and then the cockroach is losing. The cockroach is being harmed in the process. So ask yourself, these relationships, like I said, audits, do a mental audit of your relationships. Are these relationships, is this a symbiotic or a parasitic relationship? Or there's no benefit at all? I think there's one and there's no benefit at all. I can't remember now. So you need to ask yourself what exactly is happening in these relationships? Am I benefiting or am I being harmed? Or what exactly am I growing? Very, very important. So I read a quote earlier and I'm going to read it again by Mrs. Ibukun Awoshika. She said, audit your friends, know why they are in your life, know what they represent so that when you run into a situation, you know who you need. So we've talked about in relationships generally. Now let's talk about how to build relationships. Look at the word build. I didn't say how to do abracadabra, do magic and then have a relationship. No. Relationships or good relationships take building, conscious, consistent, deliberate building. So the first thing I always say is if you want to build a healthy relationship is you need to understand first who are you. I'm asking you, who are you? Who are you? How to build a relationship or a healthy relationship? The first step is I need to ask you, who are you? Who are you? Hello, Christy. Hi, Femi. You're welcome. We're talking about building and maintaining healthy relationships. And now we've come to the aspect of building. So the first step, you need to understand who am I? Who is Osonke? Who is Josephine? Who is the encourager? That will give you insights into the kinds of relationships that you need to build and the kinds of relationships that you need to invest in. Like I said, not all relationships are necessary. There are some that are necessary, yes, because you said you can't walk alone, but there are some that are not necessary because of who you are. Because of who you are, you need to understand that. What do you want out of life? That's the second question I'm going to ask you. Yes, I know the question is how to build relationships, and then I'm throwing questions back at you because I see these days a lot of people are going to relationships that are not beneficial, and I'm wondering why. I'm wondering why. So first of all, ask yourself, who am I? Two, what do I want? Three, where am I going? Where am I going? You can't just choose friends or go into relationships or just do things because you want to have friends or because you said relationships are healthy. No. Relationships should be deliberate. Relationships should be intentional. Relationships should be focused. So, one, ask yourself, who am I? Two, what do I want? Or what do I want out of life? Or what do I want to achieve? Three, where am I going? When you know where you are going, it's easier to know the kinds of relationships that would help you succeed. Take, for example, I know I am the encourager. I help young people, teenagers, young couples live a life of purpose, attain, self-discovery and meaning in life. So that's who I am and I know where I'm going. So this will determine the kinds of relationships I go in. If I want to partner with anyone, whether an individual or an organization, I need to check, does this organization is this organization in line with where I'm going? Or will this organization take me closer to where I'm going? I don't just enter deals because I'm the encourager. No. Or I don't just take any person as a client because I'm looking for clients. No. Any relationship I enter is because I have a foreknowledge of where I'm going, of what I want in life, and of who I am. My identity is sure. So, in building healthy relationships, you need to ask yourself honestly, where am I going? As the encourager, I also need financial management. That's why I'm glued on Dr. Izzy's page, the money doctor. I have a business coach portfolio. There are certain people I follow because they are where I want to be. I know where I'm going. Or is it my circle of friends? I know where I am going. Another question I need to ask you is, what are your values? What are your values? What are your values? What are your values? You don't just enter relationships because you want to enter, or you don't enter relationships because you feel lonely. As a matter of fact, if you feel lonely and you enter relationships, then, excuse me, then even when you enter those relationships, you're still gonna feel lonely because you need to deal with that loneliness. Excuse me. You need to deal with that loneliness. So, what are your values? What are your values? And then the fifth question I have for you is, what don't I want in life? Or what don't you want in life? So, first question is, who are you? Second question is, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want in life? Three, where are you going? You can't just live life as if you don't know where you're going. No. If you don't know where you're going, send me a DM. Let's have a conversation. We need to help you. We need to give you some form of direction. Yes. We need to give you some form of clarity in life that would help you determine where you are going and the kinds of relationships that you need to invest in. So, if this is going on well with you, okay, I see a lot of emojis on Instagram. People are joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Someone sent a crying emoji. Why? Why? You're all welcome. You're all welcome. So, what do you think about what I said so far? We've talked about what relationships are. We've talked about what healthy relationships are. We've talked about if relationships are healthy. And now I'm asking you questions on how to build relationships, how to build healthy relationships. Very, very important. One, who are you? Where are you going in life? What do you want? What don't you want? What are your values? These five questions would help you, give you insights into how you want to build your relationships. So when you know who you are, I'll give you an example of myself. When you know who you are and what you want and where you're going, that would help you build. That would help you carefully build. Remember, we are building. We are not, it's not, oh, I want a relationship. Oh, I want a best friend. Oh, I want a relationship between a mentor and myself. No, it takes time. Good relationships, healthy relationships take time to build. Very, very important. Let's not be in a hurry to want to take from people or take from relationships. All of these quotes going on, would say, oh, what are you bringing to the table? Very, very important question. So if someone is giving you something in a relationship, what are you giving to that person as well? What value? Remember, I asked the question is, what are your values? And what value are you also giving? What value are you also giving? Or what values are you giving? Very, very important. Very, very important. Building relationships take time. And it's important that you know where you are and where you're going. So let's talk about maintaining relationships. How do I maintain? So now I know what relationships are. Okay, when two or more people are connected, the way they feel, the way they think, the way they behave towards each other, fine. And now we're also talking about okay, healthy relationships. There must be growth, there must be improvement, there must be truth, honesty. And we also talked about relationships being necessary and not necessary. So doing a mental audit of the kinds of relationships we have at the moment. And of course, we just finished 5 questions I asked you on how to build relationships. Very, very important. Very, very important. So, maintaining relationships. Maintaining relationships. Hi, Chris. Hi, Dr. Tino. You're all welcome. You're all welcome. Hi, my YouTube fam. Thank you so much. So, we've got about 30 minutes. Wow. So, let's talk about how to maintain relationships. Let's talk about maintaining relationships. Hello, Tommy Day. Let's talk about maintaining relationships. One, what I say here is you need to understand that there is no other person like you. I'm going to let me say it to YouTube and let me say it to Instagram. My dear YouTube fam, There is no other person like you. My Insta fam, there is no other person like you. Why am I saying this? So that you don't expect perfection from that relationship. And that would help you manage your expectations in that relationship. Whether it's a relationship between a romantic partner or a platonic friend, or even, like I said, your boss or your employer or your colleagues, those are relationships. There's no other person like Osomoke. There's no other person like, let me see, Tomide, Chris, Saretine, Femi. So you shouldn't expect perfectionism or people to just do things the way you do it. So, in maintaining a relationship, you need to understand that. So, that would help you in managing your expectations. Because when expectations are so high and then they are not met, we become what? Disappointed. And it can be very discouraging. Exactly. There's no other person like Olajumoke. And that will lead me to the second way of maintaining relationships: empathy. 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 Seeing the world from another person's perspective, practically like wearing someone else's shoes and using them to walk. I don't understand this, my company. They don't see all the things that is happening in Nigeria. See, they've never increased my salary. And yes, they want us to be coming to work 9 to 5 every day. Okay. So have you had a conversation with HR? Have you even thought about it? Oh, are we making profit in this company? What suggestions can I bring to this company, or what values? Remember, values. What values can I bring to this company that would, take this company forward? Like I said, we shouldn't always be looking for me, me, me. Of course, I know there are some companies that are very, very wonderful, but you need to also practice empathy if you want to maintain good relationships. So if you know that your company is relatively good in that sense, we're currently in Nigeria, or if you're watching from outside the country, and wherever you're watching from, and then your company is actually okay compared to others. So I'd ask you, practice empathy. Practice empathy. What can you bring to the organization that will take the organization forward, or that would make the company just have more profit or have more visibility? Think like that. Sometimes relationships should only be about me, me, me. Oh. Yes, I know the country is hard. Yes, I know we want more money. But we also need to understand that they on that end, they're not finding it as well. They also have to pay salary. They also have to pay salary. So I'm talking from someone who's also running a company. It's not easy. Oh. It's not easy. So you have to pay salaries, their running costs, the maintenance cost, tax, this one, that one. A lot of things are involved. So practice empathy. Three, growth. Look like it's still linked to the second point of looking at ways you can, add value to the organization or to the relationship you're in. All right. So growth. Look for ways to grow. If it's that friend of yours that you see, I know it's a sensitive topic, but you see that that friend of yours has maybe, um, excuse me, a mouth odor or body odor, you need to look for a way to speak to that person. If you're truly a friend, yes, I know it's hard, I know it's not comfortable. So that's why I said in the second point, you need to practice empathy so you know how to approach the issue. So looking for ways that this particular friend will grow. And you know that people always talk about this particular friend and you call this person your friend. So just look for a way to, maybe buy the person spray or just put just something, do it in a very nice way. I know you may be asking, oh, what if the person takes it the wrong way? Apologize. Oh, I didn't know how you take it. I just really like it when you smell nice, something like that. That's growth. You want the person to grow. That's personal grooming. So that's your way of growing. And you know that this relationship is very, very important to you. Just that particular issue, the odor, is affecting you. So three, growth. Four, setting boundaries. Setting boundaries, very, very important. Setting boundaries is a very good way of maintaining relationships. Woo! Setting boundaries, very important. Is it work boundaries? Is it family boundaries? Is it the way people even speak to you? Hello, hello, Tommy. Why? Is the way people speak to you, or the way you also speak to people? Boundaries. You don't go about, how do we do that now without the person taking offense? So it depends on the person. So if, for example, you are not close to that person, I wouldn't advise you to. Yeah. I wouldn't advise you to just Femi, smelly, no, that kind of thing. Remember I said build that relationship. Or if you know someone that is close to that person, like, I see that you're close to let me use myself. I say that you're close to Josephine. I've noticed that sometimes she, maybe I feel maybe she doesn't have a bath. Sometimes maybe she comes far and she doesn't have, just something like that. What do you think? I think you should talk to her. So maybe ask her if she has any difficulties in her area with water or maybe a perfume, or what do you think? So you could just do it that way to just find out how, or you could just ask the person, how do you think I could talk to her? Why? I don't think if you're close to the person, if you're not close to the person, please don't to look really weird. But the thing is, remember, you're looking for a way to improve that person's lifestyle or that person's life. So even if you're not the one that does the talking about the older, look for someone or a way to do that. And then, of course, the person's response, we hope it's good. But if the person gets offended, like I said, apologize. If the person takes offense, that's not within your control. But make sure the way you did it was good. All right. Thank you so much, Femi. I know that's why I said it's a very sensitive topic. So, whew, thank you so much for joining. So, we're talking about building and maintaining healthy relationships. So, we've talked about a few ways of maintaining healthy relationships. I've talked about understanding that no one is like you. So, um, stop looking for perfection. Stop looking for people that will read your mind. That's not gonna happen. You need to talk. You need to open up and talk. Don't tell me, oh, I'm not the talking type. Maybe you'll be the writing type. You won't be the writing. Just look for a way to communicate. Very important. Look for a way to communicate. Two, practice empathy. Three, what values are you giving in that relationship? You need to give. You can't always accept. That's not a way of maintaining a healthy relationship. No, 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 no. You need to consciously, like I said, intentionally give value, giving value. And the fourth one I'm saying, and of course, growth. And that's how I give the example of the grooming, helping this person in your office or in your church or in your fellowship or mosque with body odor. That's growth, helping the person personal grooming, or it could be mouth odor, anyone. And then five, setting boundaries, very, very important. Setting boundaries, helps you um just enjoy your relationship so that you don't feel burnt out. You don't feel like you're always giving, or the person is always giving, just things like that. So if you feel that, oh, this person is always asking me for money and I don't know how to say yes, I'm always giving, you need to set boundaries. You really, really need to set boundaries. Or you're the person that would, yes, the person is your mentor, a mentor-mentee relationship, and you're entering your mentor's DM by 11:59 p.m. or 10 p.m. because your mentor said anytime, just message me anytime. That's not a good thing. Personally, I don't like to disturb people after 8 p.m. I don't like it. I don't like it. If it's work related, well, of course, if it's my friends and of course my parties, yeah, of course I can. Hey, my sisters, how far are you guys doing? That's friends. So, but a mentor-mentee relationship, if it's not an emergency, I always say, can you wait till tomorrow? That's setting boundaries for yourself, and then you let your mentor know that, hey, this person values my time, and then your value in the mind of your mentor increases. Try it. Don't say because, oh, this is my lecturer, this is my supervisor, or this is my boss, or even if the person is your mentee, respect that person's time. Very important. It's a way of maintaining a relationship. Oh. In short, it's a secret that a lot of people don't know. It's a secret that a lot of people setting boundaries. That's a way of setting good boundaries. So the final question I have here is Josephine or the encourager. I'm terrible at making friends. I'm terrible at making friends. What do I do? What do I do? So the first thing I would say is you need to define what terrible means. What's happening? What exactly is going on? Is it that people are coming and they don't stay? Or when you have a relationship, whether a romantic relationship, within 2 months people are broken up, people don't understand yourself, blah blah blah. People are always fighting. Ah, you need to check yourself. Come, I have a session with me. But what I always do is taking a personality test is very, very important. It helps you know who you are and the way you relate with people. One I recommend is 16 personality, very, very detailed, and it's free. You can take it online and you have your results. So um, take it and then you know, oh, so this is my personality. This is why I think like this. This is why I behave like that. So that would help you in the way you now relate with people. If you're someone that's very impatient, then you know, oh, you need to learn to be more patient in your relationships. So if you're saying that you're terrible at relationships, you need to ask yourself, what does terrible mean? Is it that I don't like when people touch my things? Or I don't like it when people speak to me this way? I don't like it when things happen like this? So you need to be able to define that so you'll be able to approach the issue better. Check yourself. Like I said, do a personality test or come and see the encourage. I would help you. I'll give you clarity onto why you're terrible at making friends. Don't seem desperate. Please. Don't seem desperate to, oh, I want you to be my friend. Ah, I want you to be my friend. I want to be in a relationship with you. No, 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 no. Don't seem desperate to be in a relationship with anybody. Give it time. Like I said, building and maintaining takes time. And then seeking outside opinion. So people that you can trust would also help you, give you insight into what's going on in your life. So people you can trust. Let's say you say I'm terrible at making friends. There's only two friends I have. Go and ask those two friends. And calm down and relax when they give you feedback. So ask them that, I have a question. No. Is it that what kind of friend am I? What kind of friend am I? Ask them and ask them for their honest opinion. And then take that feedback and work on it. Take that feedback and work on it. It could even be that the person is dirty. It could be as little as the person is dirty, the person doesn't know how to keep his or her own things in place, and that could, take people away. So when you realize that, like, oh, so I need to be more cautious so that I can, keep my friends. All right. So very, very important. And those are just a few things you could think about if you're saying you're terrible at making friends. And then another thing I'll ask, are you a people pleaser or are you a bully? A lot of people don't want to be friends with bullies. I know I was just joking. I just said she's a big head. I said, oh, he's fat, or nobody's going to, nobody wants to be with him. Those are not nice words. Don't say that all in the name of um, playing. That's not how to play. If you're a bully, no one wants to be friends with bullies. So you need to check yourself. He that wants to be friendly must be a friend first. If you want to build healthy relationships, you need to be in a healthy relationship with yourself and then give value of things, or give healthy relationship vibes, if I could use that word, vibes. Yes, I have a lot of Gen Z clients. Is giving. What vibes are you giving? If you are giving unhealthy vibes, it's not good. If you're giving unhealthy thing, it's not good. So you need to be um just be yourself. And if you see that yourself has needs some work, please seek help. Please seek help. Don't be a bully. Don't be a people pleaser. If people know that anything I ask Jumoke, she's going to do it for me, even if it's deliberately going to hurt her, then that's a red flag. That is a red flag. So we've had a couple of things to say. We've talked about what a relationship is, just a simple definition of when the way two or more people think, behave, and feel towards themselves. That's my definition. We've talked about how to look out for healthy relationships. Is it, I don't know if Malik is still here. Malik, if you're here, please send a request on Instagram. Sorry, my YouTube fam. Malik, if you're here, please send a request. A healthy relationship is one that has respect, there's integrity, there's honesty, there's trust, there's growth. Okay, there's improvement on both sides. And then we talked about how to build relationships. And I asked you five important questions. Who are you? Where are you going in life? What do you want? What don't you want? And then five, what are your values? That would help you know how you can build healthy relationships. And in maintaining relationships, we practice empathy, we are realistic with our expectations, we are giving value, we are setting boundaries, and we are promoting growth. Oh, of course, being a people pleaser is a red flag. It is not a good thing. You end up injuring yourself, you end up it affects your self-esteem, and then it also affects your self-identity. It's not a good thing. Thank you so much, Femi, for pointing that out. So if you're terrible at making friends, I mentioned, please seek what terrible means. Please seek out what exactly is the problem. If it means you seeking external help, please do. If it means you, speaking with me in your encourager, please, I'm free. Of course, not free, but this is a free session, right? But if you want to have a conversation with me, please do. Like I said, you can take a personality test. The 16 personality is free. That will give you a breakdown of your personality and how it influences your relationships, your work, your career, even your parenting. So that's also going to help you. Be patient. Building healthy relationships take time. The friends I call friends now, there are some that I've built since 2014. There are some that I've built since secondary school, 2008. There are some that I'm just building now in this phase in my life. So I'm not going to be in a hurry because, like I said, I know where I'm going. Where I'm going is really, really far. So I'm going to take my time. I'm going to be patient. There are some relationships that have, served their purpose, which is okay. There are some relationships that have served their purpose. Okay, so at this time, this relationship was helpful for me. All right. So at this time, okay, maybe I need to have another relationship and it will also be helpful for me. So, yeah. So that's it about building and maintaining relationships. Thank you so much, everyone. Please let me know if you have any questions, both on Instagram and on YouTube. I wanted to bring up my friend Malik. He had, oh, great. Yes, he's here. I wanted him to share an experience. Sorry, my YouTube fam, you can join. I wanted to share an experience on the importance of relationships on his own end and what he has done. Hey, Malik. Hi. Good evening. Hi. We're fine. So, Malik, could you share with us what you shared with me, concerning the relationships? Could you please speak out? Can you all hear Malik? If you can hear Malik, because I can't really hear you. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Is it
Like,
better now? Can you hear me now?
oh yes, this is better. This is better.
Oh, good. Yeah. When we talk about religion, there was something I had shared earlier that it could be quite difficult for us to say we want to build our relationships and how do we maintain relationship if it is something that we know we cannot even figure it out. What I shared with her was something that um, potentially broke a relationship I had. I used to have a group of 4 friends, and it happens that with 2 guys and 2 ladies, and it happened that two of us had this kind of attitude, or let me say personality, that we believe, oh yeah, I'm doing well, you're equally doing well. So something happened, and there's no one to actually reach out. So, and silently we both miss each other's company, each other's conversation. We were not in each other's life for about 18 months, and so many amazing things happened to both of us during that period. But guess what? The only thing that caused that long distance was just these 3 letter words: EGO, ego,
Ego.
basically.
Hmm.
Honestly, and you know, I would have reached out. she could have reached out. There were times I actually felt like, yeah, I missed this lady, but I don't want to reach out because she didn't even reach out. But whenever I do miss her, I'll go on Instagram, check her stories. I'll go because I equally muted her. Equally muted her
Everywhere.
on my WhatsApp status. There was this picture we used to have together. Whenever I open my gallery, the picture popped up, and it reminds me of her. I deleted the picture just that I wanted to deal with it. But if we say it is healthy relationship, also okay, I want to be frank with you that that thing that happened, that thing that happened between us,
Yeah.
actually actually made us to have now healthy relationship.
Hmm.
What do I mean? Because the truth is, we needed that break. To be frank, we needed a break.
The break.
But
Okay.
we're not ready. We're not ready to take that break. We needed that break to go on different journey and to find different things, especially partners, to explore careers. You get,
Yeah.
and thank God that happened. Our friends, the two other friends, they got in, they tried everything. At the point I told them, don't you ever mention that to me. Don't you ever say anything about her. If I need to hear anything about her, if I need to hear from her, I would ask you myself, how is she faring? Or I go on social media and check how she's doing. At least from that I could judge, But how did we come
Come
back?
back. Yeah.
So my last weekend in Lagos, I just went to ICM, Ikeja City Mall. I was,
Okay.
I didn't know what actually made me to stay that late till around to 10 because practically I don't stay out late in Lagos. And I was eating at a restaurant. She just walked past and I heard Malik. She said, hi, Malik. It was like, wow. I was so shocked. I had to leave the person I was. I left my food. And she said, bye. I had to rush out and I went out and she was like, so I was calling her. At the point she waited and she looked at me like this, and the next thing she said was, I missed you, and she hugged me. And, you know, I hugged her too, and I was like, well, you didn't reach out. And she was like, you didn't reach out, Malik. I tried
Hmm.
everything, but yet you didn't reach out. And so, still that time, I was like, I'm not going to take the blame. You can just come here and still tell me I didn't reach out. And the next thing was, okay, Malik, I'm getting married next month. It's like, wow.
Wow.
This is the good news. I remember that was my last weekend in Lagos. I was like, if my list meets tomorrow, I need to catch up with all our bills and everything. Okay. Then we did. And that night, we actually addressed it. We let both of us got to understand that truly it was ego. It was really nothing. What happened was something that we would have actually
Resolved.
and talked about. We're able to catch up with all that happened, good and bad, and fine. I told her about my stuff. She got a different job. She had to leave Nigeria, travel around 3 different countries. I had to tell her my plans. She's equally coming to UK next month. So many things that we actually missed. We missed each other's company, fine. But the part that is healthy is this:
Hmm.
we have other friends.
Yeah.
Honestly, these other friends were constantly telling both of us that you guys know how to solve your problem. But you guys will not break this groove, despite the fact that you both are not talking. You will call on video calls. Me and her will not talk. But yet, but we knew that it was ego, and truly were able to, come back to that.
Wow.
I wouldn't want anybody going through this to let that ego, really, really affect all of that. This my friend had an accident I didn't know about. So I called her. I asked if I should come check her at the hospital. She said no. She said she was fine. She said she was okay. I didn't know she was still at the hospital. If something bad could have happened, if something worse than that could have happened, that was how I wouldn't get to know. I felt very, really bad about that. She really felt bad that I was robbed, and there was a time so many things were not really cool with me. But fine. How did we end it? We apologized to each other. We both acknowledged that we had fault.
Yeah.
And then we said it never would not allow anything like that to come in between us again. You see, ego is something, regardless. We actually do well people. That my friend, I didn't even give a damn about her. I didn't give a damn about him. Now I'm cool, so what do I even need him for? honestly, it is not that. The truth is, I wasn't really fine without her. Deep down, she wasn't fine without me. She had so much she wanted to share. She said, "You always told me to try LinkedIn. I got my job through LinkedIn. I couldn't even share with you. I was traveling shortly between France, Australia, and the US. I couldn't even reach out to you. You were practically the one who led me to LinkedIn. You were not even there when the story came. I felt really, really bad about it, and I apologize. I'm so sorry I wasn't there all this while, but right now I'm back." But the truth is, she discovered herself. Because my friend that I used to know would not apologize. So yeah, she would not apologize. She wouldn't apologize, honestly. And I equally felt that I've always been the one trying to make things work almost every time. And you can also get tired.
Yeah.
That's just the truth.
Yeah.
When it is one sided, you can always get, and that was why I said I'm glad that we had to break apart for about 18 months. Because during that 18 months, she learned better. She became a better person. I did too. Because she became someone who now apologized. So to people whenever perhaps she misbehaved to them, she can really identify that yes, I've misbehaved, then I need to apologize. Unlike her before, she can't do that. She would rather call you bluff. She would rather call you bluff. I was like, yes, I'm not going to apologize. And there's nothing you're doing. I was like, this is not how to do this.
Yeah.
But as much as we love to put up with ourselves, we should equally learn to, acceptance has limits, to be frank. It has limit. At a point when it was messing really with my mental health, I had to delete our pictures, I had to, muted our WhatsApp status, I had to, couldn't even check her on Instagram like that unless I feel like I really want to connect with this lady, but I don't even know how. So please, if you're really on this stage, please go back to make things work because you really do not know what the other person is actually going through.
Yeah.
You really do
Absolutely.
not know because relationship is we can't do without.
Yeah.
There is no way. And be
Yeah.
open to meeting people, be open to relationships.
Mm.
At the same time, let's be careful. This
Yes.
relation I'm talking about cut across different aspects.
Yeah.
Romantic, platonic, even it could be work, relationship and all. Have your own values. Please have your values that is stated. It's actually ego is bad. It really, really affected. It messed up with our relationship, but yeah, we're able to come back.
Wow.
And it is something that we missed a lot, but thank God now we are bringing things back,
Back.
and it was as if nothing even ever happened.
Amazing.
That's just the vibe we have right now, and it's so cool. It's so cool too. But please, let's try because why I said we had a very good relationship was if you misbehave, these ladies will tell you that you misbehave. At the point I was like, I wish I'd met you guys earlier in my life. Maybe some things to that room be better about my past. Because if you do anything wrong, just my friends will tell you. They will tell you, this one you have messed up. And you have to correct this. They're not the type that if you do something wrong, they will side you with you. They will scold you, but it will be something in-house. It will be private.
Yeah.
You get to be private. So these are ways you can actually be there for friends.
Yeah.
For partners. For you said a lot actually, empathy, trying to be intimate, showing care and all of that. All these are very, very important. I used to tell people one thing I seek a lot in partners in relationships be kind. If someone is kind,
Be kind.
also again, if someone is kind, they will be empathetic.
Yeah,
They will
be
show
kind.
compassion. They will show you love. You don't need to ask for a lot.
Be
You see that
kind.
kindness, there's so many things that are embedded in kindness.
Kindness.
So many things are embedded in kindness. But most people really do not know. Someone can be rich and not be kind. Person can give you money.
Kindness.
Person can give you so many loyalty and they will not be kind.
Yeah.
They won't be kind.
Thank
So
you so
it goes
much.
beyond some frivolities. You get, but that kindness encompasses almost everything for me.
Yeah.
But then, that may be my own philosophy, right? But
No, I
I
agree.
don't really apply it to another people.
I agree.
But that is one value that I really rest on, and it's very, very strong. Kindness involves loyalty. It involves, compassion. You won't beg for these things from a kind person.
No, they flow naturally. Kindness.
So,
Hmm.
hello. Okay, let go, my God.
All
Well,
right.
I don't know.
Thank you
I
so
really don't.
much.
I know much. I know sure you will hear more of that. And one thing, last thing, I know you
Oh,
equally know as a teams coach. Please invite this act of kindness in our teens these days.
teenagers.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So they won't always have to see life as transactional. They
Mm-hmm.
will always have to see life as being kind for apparently no reason. Just be
Yeah.
kind. Kind for being kind's sake.
Yes. Not because you want
Be kind not
something.
because you really expect anything. Just be kind to people because you have to be kind. It doesn't necessarily have to be give and take. That's it.
Yeah.
So a lot of the people have actually missed when it comes to values in their relationships. And that is why we're having so messed up people out
Issues.
there.
Yeah.
And there are equally things you cannot change about people, especially if the person had come from a dysfunctional relationship.
Mm.
I read something a few days ago online, I don't know if it was said by someone that said you shouldn't expect love from someone who had not experienced love.
Well,
In as much as that may actually be, be true, there are times whereby you can't equally judge people by their background. You
yeah.
can't equally use that as a yardstick to judge them. Some are victims of circumstance. Some are not even the one responsible for the misfortune they found themselves in. So a lot of things are going out there, but at the same time, you see that act of kindness,
Kindness. Very important.
it prevails a lot.
Woo!
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Malik.
It's okay.
Wow,
It's okay.
thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Please,
Yeah.
can we just appreciate Malik? He's also a colleague of mine. He's a clinical psychologist doing amazing things in the mental health industry. Super happy to connect with you always, Malik. I'm super, super happy for you to be in my corner. Malik is one of the relationships that I've built.
Yes.
2019, yeah, I think 2019, COVID
Yes.
time, we became closer.
You're
Super,
blessed. You're
super,
blessed.
super, super happy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Malik.
Thank you, Asuke. Thank you for the good work you're doing. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Goodbye. Thanks. Take care.
Yeah, bye. All right.
Bye. Yeah.
All right. So they're saying thank I don't know how to I think you can just exit. Oh, so thank you. I think we can share the grace, can we? So I'm just going to do a recap for my YouTube fam. So Malik, he shared how he was very close. There are four of them in a group, and then he had a rift or disagreement with one of the people in the group, and because of ego, I'm not going to say sorry. You said you not say sorry. I'm not going to say anything. You not said anything, and then they missed out on their lives. But thank God, things were able to be better after 18 months and they are doing really, really fine. So, if you've lost a relationship, I didn't add this, but I'm just thinking about it now. If you've lost a relationship for one reason or the other, and you know that that relationship is very, very is necessary in your life and in your growth, remember where you're going. You know where you're going. Malik knew where he knows where he's going, and he said, let me just go back. She called me, but let me just go back and speak to her. Right. So they forgave themselves and then they're doing really, really well. So thank you so much, everyone. The replay is going to be both on Instagram and on YouTube. I remain the encourager. Please be intentional about your relationships. If you would like to have that personality assessment, like I mentioned, you could also send me a DM and we could, have a conversation. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.